Hey, good morning, remote learners. Today is Thursday, January the 28th. I've been wanting to share burning memes with you all week, but I've resisted until I found this one. As you know, from the inauguration, there was a photographer who took a picture of Bernie Sanders sitting with these amazing mittens that were made from a teacher in Vermont, and just thought this was hilarious that someone was able to make this into a caterpillar. So today is a music day. Hope you have some fun being creative. This is also Kansas Day, celebrated tomorrow. We turn 160 in this beautiful state. We love that we are nestled in the heart of the Flint Hills. This place matters, and you are all so strong to be able to enjoy this. I wanted to share some of these specific list of things. There was a contest from the Kansas Sampler Foundation several years ago that looked at the 8 wonders of Kansas. They had 24 options, and they chose the top 8. They've also done contests in art and cuisine and geography. And so all these different points have some interest in our state. So this is the map of Kansas. We live right around here, and you can see all the different spots that we can go to tour. So I want to just quickly take you through the 8 wonders of Kansas. So on the Kansas Sampler website, you can see the 8 overall wonders. Again, there are a lot of different subcategories and follow-ups, but the first one, and no specific order, but just the top 8, is the Big Well in Greensburg. If you click here, you can learn more, but this is the largest hand-dug well, and it's really cool because Greensburg had a tornado that went through quite a few years ago now, but they've been able to rebuild, and they are super green. They have a lot of energy efficiency and a lot of wind-powered and solar-powered options, so cool to see the Big Well in Greensburg. The next is the Cheyenne Bottoms Quivira National Wildlife Reserve in Barton and Stafford counties. This is a wetlands that has migratory birds that go from Canada to Mexico and then Mexico back to Canada. And really cool to have this in the heart of our nation, a place where we can host all kinds of migratory animals. The third is the Cosmosphere in Hutchinson. We have all kinds of history from the space race and being able to see what that's like in a great museum setting with Cosmosphere. The next 3 are the Dwight D. Eisenhower Presidential Library and Museum in Abilene. I used to teach 4th and 5th grade in Abilene, and so it was really cool to be able to do projects with the Presidential Library and Museum. Tons of World War II artifacts, so if you haven't been there, hope you get to see it. The next one is the Kansas Underground Salt Museum. It's now called Stratica, and it has amazing mining capabilities of bringing out salt that we put on the roads in the wintertime. So they have the contract for like the city of Chicago, where they put down salt and sand to make it safe to drive. And they have huge areas that have been mined out. So kind of cool to see the Underground Salt Museum way down under the crust of this earth and being able to see that. The next one are the Monument Rocks in Castle Rock in Gove County. Such a cool landscape of wind erosion that's happened. So you can see those. Then the last 2 is the St. Fidelis Catholic Church, the Cathedral on the Plains in Victoria. Cool to see these big double spirals and the church that's there. And then the final is the Tallgrass Prairie National Preserve and the Flint Hills in Chase County. We have Kanza that's close to Manhattan. I love being able to hike out there. So these are the 8 overall wonders of Kansas. And again, you can see so many more if you go to the kansassampler.org website. So final thoughts on Maker Week. Got a few projects for you from our book that we're looking at. These all have some connection to the water world. So you can see some liquids that are included here. The first idea is to make a density tower. You know that different liquids have different densities. So you can see where things would stack up based on water, oil, juice, soap, anything you can try to see, and then if it will float or sink. So you can have different options like water with food coloring, milk, honey, a tall glass, dishwashing liquid, and vegetable oil. Once you pour those in, you can see how they all kind of form different levels, and it's all based on the density of those water molecules and how they all work out. So kind of cool to see that project. The next is making a water wheel. This is one that will have a weight that will be lifted. So these are some of the projects or some of the supplies you might need for this project. It's kind of difficult and it might take you about an hour, so don't give up. You need to slice a bottle into different shapes and then put that all together. And then once you pour water on the top of it here, it'll wind up the weight. So these work on a huge scale with hydroelectricity, but kind of cool to see a model of how you can build one. A soap-powered boat is really cool. This is a very mini project, so you have to work in really small detail. But you can design these with a toothpick, some cardstock, and then have some dishwasher liquid. Once you design your boat, make it super light, if you put just a drop of dishwasher liquid, sorry, of dish soap, it will make the boat go. So you can kind of see how this works and the directions it'll go and how that liquid and that water interact and the molecules that can repel and attract and some work with surface tension. So kind of cool to see that project. The next is making a fabulous filter. If you had to layer things up to pour some dirty water into to make it as clean as you can. So these are kind of some projects that some ideas of things you can use for this project and different levels and different orders you can put them in to see what's the best filter to be able to clean out water. You can see a lot of these different things. Now remember, it's not safe to drink, but there is research from what has been done with this in different ways to make a life-saving straw where there are filters and really small molecules and particles that can make dirty water clean. So kind of the life straw is one example of an application of that. You can make a stunning stalactite, as we see in caves. You can make this drip down and be able to create how the Epsom salt will be able to dissolve and create this really cool example. And then bath fizzies are like bath bombs that you can make. These are the projects that you'll need with cream of tartar, baking soda, essential oils, olive oil, and then any food coloring you would like. So you can put all that together, mix it up, and then you can mold it into shapes and let it dry and throw it into the bath. And then you'll see how it all is able to dissolve and fizz and be really cool. And then the last one are icy orbs, being able to have a balloon that you freeze and then putting together the options of how to dissolve that. And you can see how you de-ice roads, an important thing to keep people safe. So I hope you have a great day learning, everybody. Stay safe, stay bold, stay strong and creative. We'll talk more soon.